Yes. This Article 1167. Yes. This supremacist causes, attempts, or creates illegal discrimination. Yeah. Now, advocates the use of force or violence against the government of the United States or the government of any state, territory, district, or possession thereof. Now, participate as used in this article includes acts or conduct performed alone or in concert with another, such as demonstrating, rallying, fundraising, recruiting, training, or organizing or leading such organizations. The term participate also includes engaging in any other activities in relation to such organization or in furtherance of the objectives of such objections, organizations. Oh, are you objecting to this? Oh, looking at the Coast Guard, they're in Homeland Security, but they were in the Department of Transportation before the start of Homeland Security. Yes. You could object to this, but the truth of the matter is, I never committed domestic violence or child abuse, and you listen, you what you can do is you could fast for a week and eat pumpkin pie. Now, your dog seemed to be more important than the actual judicial proceedings of a United States territory. And you said that I can motion the court. But I was absolutely sure that the easiest way to get your asshole off was to have your dog fast for a week. Now, your dog produces bile. Well, you design these things to do what? To play super top secret with the judicial system of the United States of America? Now, I'm sure that I can sue the United States Navy and quite possibly the Department of Defense, pooch, for refusing to enforce court proceedings. Now, all those federal employees that thought that I wouldn't sue them, pooch, have them put in prison, well, maybe they'd like to fast. See, you could cooperate with the actual government of the United States, and when I informed you that the RCWs necessary to issue court orders were not being enforced, and you thought you'd just say I was crazy. Oh. And then I wasn't in Sequim, Washington on December 31st, and I wasn't in Brennan, Washington, and you made me have all those mental health evaluations without any jurisdiction or authority of law. And then I really explained the dismissing of the case and the expungement of my criminal record, and you thought you'd just torture me because I'm the exception. Maybe your dog would like to spend, 9 or 10 days in a cell. Yes. Now, I know you've never missed a meal because you're in the family, but the truth of the matter is your family is an organization of supremacists. You think you're more important than the Constitution. I think the Constitution is more important, and I want them to enforce this Article 1167, and maybe somebody like to call. Oh, look at that! The United States Coast Guard, exactly. Well, these activities are detrimental to good order, discipline, and mission accomplishment. Now, I do not like it when those. Oh, well, you can fast for a week and you can puke bile, okay? Under Sheriff. Ooch! Now, in the years preceding the Civil War, yes, 12 successor publications were promulgated under a number of titles by the President. Yes, the Navy Department and the Secretary of the Navy. Why don't we call the Secretary of the Department of Defense? In fact, give me the last 40 years of individuals that have worked in that department. You're sitting around the cabinet advising the President of the United States of whatever war concerns there might be, completely disregarding exactly what the fuck's going on. Now, it could be that the President of the United States doesn't understand the importance that the United States Navy does advise the President of any insurrection, sedition, mutiny, hooch. Now, I know that nobody in the cabinet of the White House is playing I don't know, because a decision by the Attorney General Sessions that the last of the pre-Civil War issuances was invalid led to the inclusion of the 1862 Naval Appropriations Bill of a provision that orders, regulations, and instructions heretofore issued by the Secretary of the Navy be, and they are hereby recognized, regulations of the Navy Department. subject, however, to such alterations as the Secretary of the Navy may adopt and the appropriation of the President of the United States. Now, I know I've sent 2 million emails. Pooch, I made all those videos, and somebody's going to tell the Navy that those in the Navy that volunteer, right, to fast, that they can't do that, that they have to eat. Is that what the President of the United States? If you're in the Navy today. Now, there's what's known as the Chief of Naval Operations is responsible, yes, for maintaining Navy regulations. Now, is it an act of war to not enforce an actual judicial order from a United States territory? We could go a different direction today. Did you need an act of war? Because as I understand it, the Chief of Naval Operations, yes, when any person in the Department of the Navy deems it advisable, that additions, changes, or deletions should be made to Navy regulations, he or she shall forward a draft of the proposed addition. Now, we could put an addition in the regulations that you cannot deprive somebody of not having to eat. It's a fasting. You could say it's health. Yes. A lot of those in the Navy feel that they're too fat, and if they were to lose 4 to 5 pounds in a week, it would really help their uniform to fit better. Pooch! It could be spiritual. My religion says I have to fast. Now, maybe we should make some additions to Navy regulations.